Pulsenmore represents a revolution in ultrasound technology, and the first beneficiaries are going to be pregnant women. Up until now, ultrasounds have been reserved for professionals costing in the thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. With the advent of Pulsenmore, for the first time we have a high-quality ultrasound that will cost in the hundreds of dollars and will be simple enough to use by a lay user in their home. Essentially what we've done is we've leveraged the innovations that have gone on in the cell phone. And so what you can see is the cell phone just docks into the ultrasound device at its bottom. And it's the cell phone that powers the ultrasound. It's the cell phone that functions as the screen. It's the cell phone that functions as the communicator as well and transports the images. In a study that was done in a center in Israel with 100 women that produced 1,300 scans with minimal training and were reviewed by independent professionals, they were able to see in greater than 95% of the instance the fetal cardiac activity, fetal movement, amniotic fluid, position of the baby, and many other parameters that are essential in determining the vitality of the fetus. After the clinical study, we submitted approval to the European authorities and received CE mark. We also got approval in Israel and have submitted a 510(k) application to the FDA, which is now under review. Once we got the Israeli approval, the same organization that had done the study previously decided to put in the single largest order of ultrasound equipment ever in history. And they agreed to buy 20,000 units of the ultrasound device and offer it to all of the pregnant women in their system. There are really three principal benefits that we're allowing here. The first is, particularly with pregnant women, if outside of office hours, they get anxious, they're concerned that they haven't felt the baby in a while, and their only recourse is really to go to the emergency room. And on average, in Israel in any case, about 2 to 3 times on average, a woman will go to the emergency room, 90% of which are false visits and were really unnecessary. The second benefit is, as you mentioned, with COVID and all of the telemedicine that is going on, this is a great time to keep women out of the office and allowing them to do 60 or 70% of the normal prenatal visits from the comfort of their home. The device has 2 modes. One is an online communication via Zoom or some other telemedicine application where the physician can see and be interactive. And then the other is offline mode, where outside of that, a woman can do the scans, and all of which get uploaded to the cloud, sent to the physicians for interpretation. Physicians will have complete control over the device in the sense that the woman will be at home with it, but the activation only happens when physicians send codes, either on online mode or offline mode, so it is all integrated into the system. But most importantly, we are really looking forward to adding value to all the stakeholders, to the insurance companies, to the doctors, and perhaps most importantly, to the pregnant women, because this technology could represent a major advance in women's health.